One of my only complaints I had with the F8 is the way that it sounded.
They were able to fix that.
So today we have something pretty radical to show you guys, because evidently this is not your regular Ferrari here, because this car has a Novitec N-Largo body kit on it. By far the craziest wide body kit I've ever seen before. But this is the F8, this is successor to the 488, which I happen to have one parked right next to it. And you can see the front end differences, specifically in the headlight area. This design on the 488 has been used for the past like 15 years now. Finally modernized it with these LED strips. I think it is a really, really nice detail. But if you look at the front bumpers right here, you can see they're pretty similar in design. They have the two stripes going down the center and the vents on the sides. But the 488 right here has two vents pushing the air out, whereas the F8 has a singular hood scoop like you'd see on the 488 piece today. If you follow me to the rear of the car, past the beautiful side profiles of these two cars, mainly towards the engine area, you will see it's actually one of the first Ferrari rear engine twin turbos since the F40 to have that V8 in the back. And like its previous car, like the 458, that car was naturally aspirated, but that car had just about 560 horsepower, where this is pushing 660 horsepower, about 100 more. And they even made a hardcore version of this car called the 488 Pista. That car produced about 710 horsepower. And in the F8 right here, they were able to take a lot of inspiration from that car and shove it into this, and actually make 710 horsepower as well from stock. I mean, this car has quite a lot of upgrades, which I will show you on later on in the video. But they really perfected this car. There really isn't much more that needs to be done, and this is the last non-hybrid rear engine V8 that Ferrari is going to make, they say. I think it is an unbelievable job. It drives amazing, crazy amounts of torques. And by far one of my favorite details they did on the F8 is really the taillights, because I do love the quad taillights they did with the LEDs compared to the dual one. They have the similar design on the A12. I don't need to go too much in detail, but I do want to talk about the reason you clicked on this video, and that's the fact this car has the Novitec N-Largo kit. And right before I indulge in this, make sure you guys are subscribed down below. It's free. And also, I'll link our previous video right above or down in the description below. But for a little backstory on the people that are unfamiliar with Novitec, it started back in 1989 with a guy named Wolfgang Hagedorn. What an awesome name on that guy's part. But he started off working out with Ferrari and some other companies, but really what set him on the map was a 360 with a twin turbo kit on it. Unbelievable stuff. He really wanted to show he was able to do some crazy things, and boy, have they done a lot of stuff since then, with the most notable thing being the N-Largo series. Started off on the F12. They built not many of them, and they sold out basically immediately. And they've made other kits for Ferraris like the 488, the A12, and more recently the 296. But today we have the F8 right here. One of 15 coupes for the world and one of 15 spiders for the world. Only 3 coupes came to the United States. The other ones are in white and blue. But I honestly think the $12,000 shade of Grigio Scuro that this car wears really showcases the body line super well. But why don't we start off talking about the front end? So starting off on the front bumper right here, it's completely redesigned as you'd imagine, with the 2 slats right there, much more aggressive. And they actually added 2 more slats on both sides because Novitec. And of course we have the vents right here pushing air right through the giant hood scoop that the car has. They added a beautiful carbon fiber piece right there for better air diversification, I guess you could say. But other than that carbon fiber piece, this hood is one of the only things factory still on the car. And you're going to see a lot of beautiful carbon fiber accents scattered throughout. But actually all the Novitec body parts that they added are also completely made of carbon fiber. You can kind of see the weave here in the front bumper next to the carbon fiber badges that they added, which is a very, very nice touch. But you can see the first thing you see that's carbon is the front splitter right here, and you should not be worried because this car was optioned with the $5,000 front end suspension lifter because it's slammed on these crazy HRV wheels down here, wrapped around Pilot Sport 4S tires for all my tire nerds out there. And now to go over the rest of the car, starting off with the fenders right here. They completely redesigned it, as you'd imagine, with these beautiful carbon fiber exposed louvers like you'd see on the GT3 car. And a really nice detail I like is there used to be a vent right here above the headlights. They took that away. I think it looks so much better and so much more flush. I think you guys can agree. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. But talking about the fenders again, you could just see how much more it comes out than stock. The door right here is stock, so you can see it's a very, very big difference. Talking about the doors, we have new mirrors right here, just like the louvers in the fender of the GT3 style. This is the same exact thing. Beautiful mirrors right there. From the front perspective, it just looks super, super sinister. Again, new side skirts, extremely large. When you open up the door, you're gonna see how wide they are. Exposed carbon this time. I do wanna talk about the interior, which I will talk about in a minute, but you can see just how long it is and how much it comes out. You can see you have a beautiful vent right here that used to have a carbon fiber piece in there, but they wanted to take it out because obviously we have a new quarter panel right here. Again, fully made of carbon fiber, and from the front angle, you'll see that actually pops up a little bit on both sides, giving that a much more aggressive feel. And you may see something that appears to be a roof scoop on the top right here, and you would be correct. They changed the whole back deck lid right here, except it's kind of missing the back deck lid part because it's completely exposed. You could touch the engine if you wanted to. It's okay. I know as crazy as it looks, but actually the Bugattis all have it, and the new Lamborghini Revolta has the same setup. Really, really nice detail. And you can see it from the side perspective. This car is definitely the nicest looking F8 I have ever seen before. They did such a good job. And if you follow me to the rear, you can kind of get a glimpse of that beautiful V8 down there. That is a 3.9 liter producing about 800 horsepower thanks to Bode and Autohaus. So Bode and Autohaus, they're the ones that built the car and also did a lot of the modifications engine-wise to the car. And one of my only complaints I had with the F8 is the way that it sounded.
They were able to fix that.
So now you guys know what it sounds like. Even just standing here, you can hear all the turbo spooling. Unbelievable sound. It is probably one of the loudest cars we have in the showroom right now. But since we're back here, you can see completely redesigned back bumper, as you'd imagine. Really shows off the carbon weave with the beautiful exposed carbon fiber rear diffuser down there. We also have these 2 points on both sides, further aggressing the rear diffuser. Very nice rear lip back here. This is one of the last things on this car that's actually done by Novitec. Beautiful exposed carbon fiber rear lip, a little bit more aggressive, providing a little bit more downforce to the car, but let's go inside because there's some nice details in there as well. So now I'm sitting inside the beautiful interior of this particular F8, and you may notice, so I'm sure I'll put some B-roll up, of the beautiful red lights that you're gonna see that just brighten up the engine bay at nighttime. Unfortunately, it's sunny out right now. Can't really see it, but you'll get a glimpse of what it looks like. But this car has about $60,000 in extra options other than any of the Novitec upgrades. Inside though is where a lot of them reside. So this car has the carbon fiber racing seats. These were about $9,000, and a lot of Rosso accents like the beautiful Alcantara stripe down the center and all of the stitching for an additional almost $2,000. And one of my very favorite details is the Cavallino right there on the headrest, stitched on. That was almost $2,000 as well. But the carbon fiber trend does not end with outside, because inside we have the carbon fiber driving zone steering right here with the LEDs at the top. So whenever you rev the car or driving fast, those LEDs at the top will light up to let you know when to shift for about $5,000. Also, the carbon fiber dashboard inserts, $7,500, and a really, really nice detail I don't think a lot of people know about is something called passenger display for almost $6,000. So basically, the passenger is going to see how fast you're going. They can change the radio, do everything with a little screen right there. Very, very nice detail. And for something really nice I noticed in this particular example is a lot of Alcantara use. They did it on the door, so it's very nice for your arm to rest on, and they did it on the lower dashboard. Really nice detail for additional $4,000, and a really nice detail, by far one of my favorites on the dashboard specifically, is the aluminum gauge for about $1,100. And overall, this really is a true piece of art. The way all the body lines just flow so effortlessly together, it is really a beautiful car. By far one of the nicest ones that's come to the showroom. Just covered over 4,000 miles since new, and it actually is available today at Full Auto Collection. So if you guys are interested, definitely shoot us a message, or if you want to give us a call, you can do it at 954-332-7600. I'll link all our socials down below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to share with a friend if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.